Meeting will come to order. 6 p.m. There are agendas located on the table outside of the meeting room. This is a public meeting for which public notice has been provided. The proceedings are being broadcast and recorded and can be viewed online at the City of Casper's YouTube channel. First, I'd like to read some informational statements about the meeting. The use of cellular telephones are not permitted, and such telephones shall be turned off or otherwise silenced during the Planning and Zoning meeting. When speaking to the Planning and Zoning Commission, please clearly state your name, address. Keep your remarks pertinent to the issue being considered by Planning and Zoning Commission. Do not repeat the same statements that were made by the previous speaker. Speak to the Planning and Zoning Commission as you would like to be spoken to, and do not address applicants or other audience members directly. Make your comments at the podium and direct it to the chairperson and the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'd like to remind everyone present that the City of Casper Planning and Zoning Commission is a volunteer body composed of members of the Casper community appointed by the City Council. The Commission acts as a quasi-judicial panel, making final decisions on some items and recommendations to the City Council on others, as dictated by law. The Commission may only consider evidence about any case as it relates to existing law. The Commission cannot make or change planning and zoning laws, regulations, policies, or guidelines. We have 5 commissioners present. Commissioner McIntosh and Commissioner Rubel are not here this evening. And the next item on the agenda is the consideration of the minutes from the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held June 13th. Are there any additions or corrections?
Chairman, I'll make a motion we approve those minutes. June 13th.
Commissioner Winger made a motion to approve.
A second.
Maribeth Chink. Polchek made a second. Having a motion second. Is there any discussion? Okay. Are there any abstentions or nays?
Chairman, I'll abstain.
Okay. And can we get a vote to approve the minutes? Okay, next will be the scheduled public hearings. Before we get started, just a reminder, it takes 4 affirmative votes to pass any item, regardless of the number of commissioners present. If the applicant would like to postpone their case in anticipation of the possibility of more commissioners being present next month, then I would ask that you speak up when your case is announced. The first public hearing tonight will be case SUB 625-2024 concerning a request for final plat approval for the proposed Mesa Addition number 12. The applicant is Mesa East Land LLC. Is the applicant or their representative present? Do you wish to proceed tonight?
Well, there's questions.
Can we please get a staff report?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mesa Eastland LLC has applied for a replat of lots 39A and 39B, Mesa Addition number 5, create the Mesa Addition number 12 subdivision located directly east of the intersection of Talon Drive and Central Avenue. The subject property is currently configured as 2 lots, and the replat proposes to reconfigure the property into 3 lots, all approximately 6.13 acres in size. The minimum lot size in the R4 zoning district is 4,000 square feet. At this time, it's unknown what the future plans are for the property. The proposed replat is a straightforward subdivision. Staff has not provided any recommended conditions of approval. We have one letter of support, which should have been included in your packets, and I have 6 exhibits. A is the application for a plat. B, public notice letter sent to property owners. C, legal notice sent to the Star Tribune. D, photo of the public notice sign on the property. E, memo to the chairperson and members of Planning and Zoning Commission. And F, email expressing support from the property owner at 2973 Fed. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Hey. Thank you for the reports and the exhibits. Does anyone on the commission have any preliminary questions for staff? Okay. Next, I would like to ask the applicant or their authorized representative to come forward to the microphone and state your name and address and explain the application to the commission.
Rich Fair Service, 1721 Goodstein Drive. I own the property here that's, in question. We sold some property 2 years ago to an apartment developer, which developed apartments and left kind of an awkward piece of property there, 2 lots. So I decided to split it into 3 6-acre lots. Lot number 3 will be, we'll give that to the Casper Christian School. And then I've got a work in process on lot number 1. But
Okay.
No questions. Good questions.
Okay. Thank you. Now at this time, we would ask members of the audience to come further to either support or in opposition to the case. Please remember to state your name and your address clearly into the microphone for the record. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition or? No? Okay. Seeing that nobody wishes to speak, either in support or opposition of this case, the chair hereby closes the public comment portion of this hearing and calls for a motion to approve, deny, table, or postpone to a date certain for case SUB 625, 2024.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion, we approve SUB 625, 2024.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have motion to approve by Mr. Wingeter and second by Commissioner Eskew. Have been second. Is there any discussion? Okay, no further discussion. We'll vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
Your application for final plat has been approved. Would staff please advise? Mr. Fairservice.
For service, we will get the paperwork done. We'll need to get a subdivision agreement executed, and then it'll be scheduled for council meeting.
Okay. Moving on. Our next public hearing will be for consideration of SUB 628, 2024, concerning a final plat for the proposed Blackmore Marketplace Edition number 13. The applicant is TKG Blackmore Marketplace Perm 2 LLC. Is the applicant or their representative present? Okay. Can we please get a staff report?
TKG Blackmore Marketplace Perm 2 LLC has applied for a replat of Lot 4, Blackmore Marketplace Edition number 6 to create the Blackmore Marketplace Edition number 13 subdivision located west of Newport and south of East 2nd Street. The subject property is zoned PUD, planned unit development, and is currently configured as a single lot. Replat proposes to create 2 new lots and an access tract, which is tract A. There are no minimum lot size requirements in the PUD zoning district. The approved PUD guidelines for Blackmore Marketplace identify the subject property as being developed as part of the Blackmore Marketplace Commercial Shopping Center. However, specific tenants and or projects are unknown at this time. The proposed replat is a straightforward subdivision and staff has not provided any recommended conditions of approval. There have not been any public comments received, and I have 5 exhibits. A is the application for a plat. B, public notice sent to property owners. C, legal notice sent to the Star Tribune. D, photo of the public notice sign on the property. And E, memo to the chairperson and members of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Be happy to answer any questions.
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
Mr. Collins, now, if this is approved tonight, and if nothing happens within a year, do they have to come back to us?
Sort of. Mr. Chairman, the rule states if it's not signed and recorded within a year, then it's null and void. So they wouldn't necessarily have to come back unless they wanted to do it over again.
Okay.
So.
Mr. Chairman, I got a question, and Craig, maybe the applicant. But the truck access easement along the west boundary of lot 1 seems a little vague to me. So if I drive my Toyota Tundra down there, I'm legally allowed to go down that truck easement?
That's probably a question for the surveyor. Yes. Thank you.
Next, I would like to ask, is the applicant or their representative to come forward to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and explain your application to the commission.
Bill Farringer with CEPI, 6080 Enterprise Drive, here in Casper. The owner, they're located out of Denver. And so she has asked me to be here tonight. And so I'm willing to answer the questions. And to the question of Mr. Beamer, there about the truck access and the dedication on the plat. It states that truck access is for the specific use of deliveries, truck deliveries to lots 1 and 2. And so technically unless he's delivering something to those facilities, whatever's put in here, he cannot drive his Toyota Tundra down there.
I'll have something else to measure.
Okay. So currently, like I said, there's nothing specifically planned for either one of these parcels. I know the developer is working with different entities and nothing specific at this time. So this feels like it's the split that we're showing in this lot right now seems to be the next step to her developing. So that's what we're doing. And to Mr. Wingerter's question, yeah, if the plat is not signed and recorded within a year, this whole process is null and void. But I'm anticipating that this plat will be signed and recorded here as soon as it's approved by council.
Okay.
So,
Quick follow-up question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bill.
no, you're fine.
But I'm looking at the dedication right now, and I don't see anything specific to that truck easement in the certificate of dedication.
Mr. Chairman, I don't know if that was a change on the last one you just sent, but
Yes,
packet actually was sent out before we got the latest provision.
there's, I have
Thank you
one,
for the latest, Craig.
My apologies.
no, it's probably mine because I didn't get it to him in time to get it in. So, we'll share that one.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if you can see on that plat, but Mr. Collins, we have a kind of a pink line that's a little road here. See it on the plat. I was just wondering what that is.
That's cool.
You can barely see it up here. It's right up above this long thing coming out, right here. shot up above and I was
With
just,
the dashed pink line.
That's another easement.
I don't know if it's a road or what.
Easy for the.
Yeah, just try another easement that's existing on the parcel.
Okay.
My apologies, I can't see it because blends in with the other color.
So there's actually three, if that's an easement, it's just, divided. It's just a,
Yeah, just a utility.
yeah.
And I believe what you're looking at, Mr. Wingerter, is an existing drainage easement for a storm drain pipe that's in there.
Oh, it's just, okay. I was just wondering that showed it here.
Sure. Any other questions? All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any members of the audience that would like to come further and forward in support or opposition of this case? If so, state your name clearly and your address. Okay. Seeing nobody wishes to speak in either support or opposition, the chair hereby closes the public comment portion of this hearing and calls for a motion to approve, deny, table, or postpone to a certain date for case number SUB 628-2024.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve SUB 628-2024.
We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Beamer,
A second?
and we have a second from Commissioner Plowcheck. Having a motion, do you guys want to discuss anything before we vote?
My own concern is, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to see some activity on those lots. Seems to be a lot of rumors about this. Some change that I've heard about. It's been, what, 5 years since they bought these lots?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get something over there.
Yeah.
Okay, being no further discussion, we will now vote. Are there any abstentions or nay votes? All voting aye.
All members voting aye, the motion carries.
Okay. Your application for final plat has been approved. Would staff please advise?
As usual, we'll get you some paperwork signed up.
Okay, moving on to our third public hearing tonight. Up for consideration is case SUB 629-2024 and ZOC 630-2024. Request for final plat and zoning approval for the proposed Mount Hope Addition number 2. The applicant is Mount Hope Lutheran Church. Is the applicant or representative present? And do you wish to proceed? Okay. Craig, if we could please get a report.
Mount Hope Lutheran Church has applied for a replat and zone change to create the proposed Mount Hope Addition number 2 subdivision located at 2300 Hickory Street. The purpose of the replat is to consolidate 4 existing lots into a single 6.386 acre parcel. The zone change is necessary because the 4 existing parcels have different zoning classifications, and the zoning must be clarified and resolved as the single parcel being created cannot have mixed zoning. The applicant has requested the property be zoned R2. The existing church is a legal and conforming use under R2 zoning. Staff has included one recommended condition of approval that reiterates the code requirement that the owner of the subject property is ultimately responsible for half the cost of improving the adjacent streets to city standards. There are no immediate plans to improve the adjacent streets at this time. Staff did not receive any public comments. As mentioned, we have one recommended condition of approval, and I have 6 exhibits. A is the application for a plat. B, application for a zone change. C, public notice sent letter sent to property owners. D, legal notice sent to the Star Tribune. E, photo of the public notice sign on the property. And F, memo to the chairperson and members of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have any, questions for Mr. Collins?
No.
Okay. Next, I would ask the applicant or their authorized representative to come forward to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and explain the application.
Good evening, I'm Bob Doctor. I'm the treasurer at Mount Hope Lutheran Church. I'm one of the elders at 2300 Hickory. And I'm, of course, here to speak in favor of our request. I should tell you that our church seems to be bursting at the seams. We're crawling with kids. We have people sitting out in the hallway on Sundays. It's amazing and a wonderful thing, but we need more room. So we're working, and you've already worked with Luther Classical College. We're working together with them. They got a whole bunch of dirt. We have a place for it. So we're working together with them, but we are hoping on this property to soon build a new church to meet our growing needs and also to facilitate some things for the college. So this is just the next step in that process. And we really appreciate you taking the time to consider this for us. Thank you.
No problem.
Any questions? I'd be happy.
You heard, Mr. Collins, the conditions, that they're recommending, that they want you to pay for half of the cost of the street.
Yeah, and as my understanding that most of that Luther Classical College is gonna be paying for that on 24th Street. Is that correct?
On the 24th Street, but probably, I don't know, maybe they're gonna go farther to the north, but there's streets that don't front their property that you guys would be responsible.
Yeah, we may have to. Sure, yes. Of course, we might want to avoid a whole bunch of street construction, but yeah, what needs to be done, we're gonna do.
Okay,
One other question, of course, you said this is, you're just gonna expand your church. This has nothing to do with the college that's going in there.
No, we're separate from the college, two different entities, but we'll be working very closely with them.
Sure. Want to take these together or?
and I think we're doing them separately. We're voting on them separately. Well, yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now is the time we ask for members of the audience to come forward if they either support or in opposition of the case. Please remember to state your name and address clearly into the microphone for the record. Anyone wishing to speak? Okay. Since nobody's wishing to speak at this time, we'll close public comment. And, if we could just get a motion on SUB 62924 with conditions to approve, deny, table, or postpone to a date uncertain.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion. We approve SUB 629-2024 with the conditions.
Okay, Mr. Wingeter, motion to approve,
I'll second.
and Ms. Vescu seconded. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I generally think it's prudent to construct streets as sites are developed, but I will, I guess, go along with staff's recommendation to participate in at a future cost. It's my only discussion.
Okay. Anyone else, or does staff want to reply, or?
We get a site plan for the new church, we'll discuss the roadway construction.
Okay. Well, with no further discussion, we'll vote. Is there any abstentions or nay votes? Okay, all voting aye.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
Okay, next we'll vote on the zone change. Can I get a motion to approve, deny, table, postpone to a date uncertain for ZOC 6/30/2024?
I move that we approve ZOC 6/30/2024.
Have a motion to approve from Commissioner Plowcheck
I'll second.
and a second from Mr. Wingeter. Any discussion? No further discussion. We'll now vote. Are there any abstentions or nay votes? Nope. Okay. Let's vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
Sure. Your application for final plat and zone change has been approved. Would staff please advise?
Have some paperwork for you in a week or so.
Thank you.
Okay. That ends our regular meeting. I guess we'll call for communications from the commission. Nothing, or community development or the city planner. Okay. Our council liaison is not here. Do we have anybody that attended the Historic Preservation Commission? Okay. How about the OYD?
I did go to the OYD meeting last week.
Oh, okay.
And, I know, Jeffrey, Jeffrey Starr, he's planning on his, big second edition, or not second edition, but a big opening for, his second anniversary.
Are they gonna do another concert or?
They're planning on a concert, but they didn't announce who it was yet, so
Nice.
that's basically all, do you have the report, Barb?
That was the majority of it. The concert's this Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And basically, that's all it was major that was there.
Okay. I guess the final item on the evening's agenda is adjournment. The next meeting for planning and zoning is currently scheduled for Thursday, August 8th, 2024 at 6 p.m. There being no further business to conduct, the chair calls for a motion to adjourn.
So,
Mr. Winger, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Plowcheck, seconded. Any discussion? Nope. We'll vote.
All members voting aye, the motion carries.
Meeting adjourned 6:30.